When you were in school, were you an A student or a C student? Schools are designed to produce employees, not entrepreneurs or investors. They teach you to get a good job, but they don't teach you about managing money or building wealth. That's why people like Steve Jobs and Bill Gates dropped out of school. They didn't fit into the traditional system, but they understood how to create value and build businesses. Even my own father, who was a PhD and the head of education in Hawaii, never taught me about money. Instead, it was my rich dad who helped rewire my thinking. He taught me that financial independence doesn't come from academic success, but from understanding how money works. If you rely solely on school, you'll be programmed to work for someone else. To build wealth, you need to break out of the employee mindset and start thinking like an entrepreneur or investor, says Robert Kiyosaki. In this video, prepare to learn the 7 ways to getting rich from none other than Robert Kiyosaki, the mastermind behind Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Known for challenging the status quo and teaching millions how to make money work for them. Kiyosaki is an investor, entrepreneur, and educator. He knows how to build real wealth, and today he's about to show you how to do the same. This timely knowledge is not taught in schools. If you are interested in this topic, then type, "I'm ready to learn from Robert Kiyosaki" in the comment right now. Just comment, "I'm ready to learn from Robert Kiyosaki." When I see your comment, I'll give you a heart. And if you want to help the channel, leave a like and subscribe. It takes less than a second and helps the channel a lot. We've got lots of inspiring content coming your way, full of tips to help you live a more successful and fulfilling life. Let's begin. Number 1, don't live below your means. Robert Kiyosaki starts with a question. Who wants to live below their means? Everyone wants to live their best. I want to live the best life I can possibly live. So I talk about this often. I use liabilities if I want to buy a new Ferrari. I first buy an asset, and the asset pays for the Ferrari. I wanted a Rolls-Royce. Why? Because I never had a Rolls-Royce. I've had Bentleys, so I built an asset, and the asset then bought my Rolls-Royce. Now I'm kind of bored with cars, so I don't have that guilty feeling. The thing is that I have financial education, which is what the Rich Dad Company teaches, and you can have the same thing too. You just have to stop listening to those school teachers who are poor. You know, most school teachers, like my poor dad, are very good people, but they're so terrified of making mistakes. They want a steady paycheck and a guaranteed pension. I don't think you can get rich from that point of view. Looking at the cash flow quadrant where E and S, employee and self-employed, that was my poor dad. These guys work for money. These guys are not capitalists. They work for money and invest their own money. On the B and I side, business owners and investors is my rich dad's side, which is the capitalist side. Capitalists use other people's labor and other people's money to get rich. Which side do you want to be on? I'd rather be on the capitalist side. So that's the only difference. It's a whole shift in mindset and education, but everybody can do it if they want to do it. Number 2, work to learn, don't work for money. It was really hard because I didn't like selling. I'm actually a very shy person, so learning how to sell was a hard task. But if I hadn't spent 4 years learning how to sell, I would have never made it here. So, the entire time you're here, you're preparing to jump to the other side, correct? Every job is not so much about the high-paying job with job security. Not everybody, and most people, should have job security because they're not designed to be entrepreneurs. But if you're going to be an entrepreneur, then you better take this job and say, well, which way am I gonna go? So, I knew my job at Xerox was to go here, here, and here, not stay here. And I actually make so much money over here that I don't need job security. Really, that's a lesson. When you look at a job, you look at what you can learn more than how much you can make. And I think that's the biggest challenge. And if you look for a job where you can learn a lot, the harder the job, the better it is. Number 3, the most important thing is cash flow. What makes something an asset or a liability are the 2 most important words in business, cash flow. Which way is the cash flowing? So, an asset is when the money is flowing into your income statement, it's an asset. My rich dad would say, if money is flowing into your pocket, it's an asset. If money is flowing out of your pocket, it's a liability. So the average person goes out and buys a house. They say, oh, it's an asset, but every month it's flowing straight to the bank. So your money flows straight to the bank. Not that intelligent. I want the money to flow from the bank to me, so it flows to the bank, or they buy a stock, bond, or mutual fund, thinking it's an asset, but it flies straight to Wall Street. It's not your asset, it's Wall Street's asset. Number 4, the rich don't pay taxes. The average employee, like my poor dad with a high-paying job, has money that comes in and goes straight out to taxes and to the government. Does it make sense? So when you get a job, the first line is taxes, the second is the mortgage to the bank, and the third is your 401k or IRA straight to Wall Street. But you think they're assets. They're not. They're assets, but they're not your assets. So one of the big things my rich dad taught me is that you've got to control your cash flow. You want the money flowing into your pocket, not out of your pocket. This is the asset column. This is what rich dad worked for. He worked for assets, not a job. This is my poor dad here who wanted a high-paying job. Different mindsets. Today, when I still go home to Hawaii, I see my relatives and they call me Bobby. Bobby, have you got a job yet? And I go, no, Aunt, I don't have a job. She goes, oh, too bad, you're unemployed. I said, yep. Their mindset is that they've been programmed to be employees, to work for the rich, and that's what my rich dad taught me. It's all here in the financial statement. The rich work for assets. The poor and middle class work for money. Very different mindset. So I don't want a job. I just want the asset that produces income called cash flow, not taxable. That's why financial education is critical. You go to school, get a job and become an employee, but you learn nothing about taxes. Then you start a small business and you're self-employed. Small business means more tax responsibilities. Big business with 500 employees or more, on the other hand, pays around 20% because the government wants jobs and stability, so they give tax benefits. Investors, especially professional ones like on Shark Tank, can pay as little as 0% in taxes, and that's where you want to be. So, taxes are your single largest expense, and if you don't understand how they work, you'll get into trouble. For example, the small business owner pays both the employee and employer share of the taxes, which can be as high as 60%. Many people think starting a small business is the way to financial freedom, but without understanding the tax implications, it's a tough road. Big businesses like Amazon pay much less because they create jobs and receive significant tax incentives. The government rewards them for providing employment and stability to the economy. For instance, Elon Musk's battery factory in Nevada benefited from research and development tax credits. These incentives are available worldwide, not just in the US, but to truly benefit from the tax system, you need to move from the employee or small business side to the big business or investor side. Professional investors, those on the inside like Shark Tank investors, often pay little to no taxes. The game changes when you're on the inside because you have more control over how your money is taxed. Number 5, learn how to read a financial statement. The reason why the cash flow game is so important is that it teaches you how to read a financial statement, which is something most people never learn. When a banker asks for your financial statement, they are looking at a reflection of you. Your financial intelligence is displayed in your statement. The 4 main parts of a financial statement are income, expenses, assets, and liabilities. Most people don't understand this, which is why they struggle financially. For example, school teaches you how to get a good job, but it doesn't teach you about income streams or assets. You might have a degree in technology or arts, but you won't learn anything about managing money or building assets. And that's a problem because financial education is key to building wealth. Number 6, cash flow quadrant. The cash flow quadrant breaks people into 4 categories. E for employee, S for self-employed or small business, B for big business, and I for investor. Employees and small business owners work for money, while big business owners and investors use other people's money and labor to generate wealth. To move from the E and S side to the B and I side requires a shift in mindset and skill sets. It's not about being the smartest person in the room. It's about understanding how money works and how to make it work for you. When you're on the inside, Like those who take companies public, you have a different level of access and control. Most people remain on the outside, which limits their financial growth. Number 7, leverage other people's time and money, OPM. One of the most powerful strategies the rich use to build wealth is leveraging other people's time, OPT, and other people's money, OPM. Instead of working harder themselves, they create systems and businesses that allow them to benefit from the efforts of others. This is how capitalists operate. They use the skills, time, and labor of others to grow their wealth. Similarly, they also leverage other people's money by using financing, investments, and partnerships to expand their ventures. For example, real estate investors often use OPM through mortgages or investor funding to acquire properties. Instead of saving up their own money, they let the assets pay off the debts while they enjoy the profits. Understanding leverage is key to exponential financial growth. It's not about working harder. It's about working smarter and maximizing resources that go beyond your own limitations. If this video has added value to your life and you're excited to make the most of it, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please share your feedback in the comments below, and don't forget to include the phrase, "I watched the video till the very end, so give me a heart." When I see your comment, I'll make sure to give you a heart. To continue your journey to success, there are 3 important steps you need to take. 1. Like this video. 2. Subscribe to this channel. 3. Turn on the notification bell. By doing this, you'll ensure you never miss out on the life-transformative information we share each week, for free. Don't miss our future videos, where we'll be sharing even more golden nuggets of knowledge. All I ask for is your subscription, and I sincerely appreciate it. Creating quality content for you is our passion, and your support keeps us going strong. If you've enjoyed our content and would like to contribute, consider buying us a coffee. Simply go to the description of this video and click on the Buy Me a Coffee link to make a donation. Your contribution helps us produce more videos, explore new topics, and enhance the overall experience for you. Also, you can become a member of the Real Money Team today and unlock exclusive benefits. Choose from Real Money Team 1, Real Money Team 2, or Real Money Team 3 to gain special perks, behind-the-scenes access, and more. Your support helps us continue creating inspiring and motivational content. Click the link in the video description below to join now and be part of our journey to excellence and financial success. If you enjoyed this video, it's because you understand the importance of improving your financial situation. But you might be wondering, how do you actually achieve financial success and build generational wealth? That's where I can help. I'll guide you through the steps to financial success. For detailed insights, click on the video linked here. Tell us in the comments how this channel has impacted you. We'd love to hear your story. Thank you for tuning in. You are the real money makers. Be sure to watch our other videos displayed on your screen now. We love you.